Hello, welcome to your cards for the week. My name is Deborah Jane Sutton. I'm an energy healer and mentor, and I help people raise their vibrations, expand their consciousness, and heal themselves to happiness. You can find out more about what I do from my website at deborahjanesutton.com. Okay, let's see. It's Monday the 18th of May. And as I said there, a card came out. I like to read them, I like to pull the cards as I'm talking to you. Okay. And there's the second one. What energies do we have to to talk about this week? Okay. It's all about the energy. It's all about the energies. Okay, so I've got 4 cards come up, and that one wants to come up. Okay, any more? Any other energies? Any other advice? Oh wow, there seems to be loads of it. So can we have a summary, any kind of summary of advice for us this week? We know that energies are a little bit strange. Well, the one fell out when I said that. I just love the way they work. Is there anything else that we need to know? Wow, I don't want too many, but they seem quite chatty. So I don't want to do a disservice. Is there anything else that we need to know? There we go. I'm going to stop there because that's 8 cards and I really wanted to keep this one short. Okay, I'm going to go as quickly as we can. Okay, the first one, the Chariot. Okay, major arcanic card. Very healing orientated. So this tells me that there's powerful healing going on, which there is, of course. And it's the black and white. I always think of this as being the polarities and weighing things up. And also the message with this card is overcoming emotions. And that is exactly what we're doing. Overcoming emotions and very much transcending fear, usually through anger, into willingness before we get to love. That's the journey, I think, that it takes, we're going from a fear state, and we're seeing now that is turning into anger, anger is a very sort of natural and healthy progression from fear to go into love. We don't want to hang out in the anger too long, obviously, but it is a process. It's a process of awakening. I mean, that's how the awakening goes. We live in a place of fear and victimhood. We get to angry because we want change, and then we realize that we are the change that we're looking for, and then that's where we get the willingness from, and that's when we end up in living in love. Where together, collectively and individually, we can create heaven on earth. So that's what this is about. It's about the healing that's going on, individually, collectively, and this is going on whether you're conscious of it or not. Okay, but if you're conscious of it and you're on your healing journey, which you probably are if you're looking at this and watching this, as that's what I'm all about, is healing and helping people raise their vibrations and heal themselves to happiness. So the chances are you're consciously healing as well. So this is a time of accelerated healing. And again, Page of Swords, good news coming in, swords being your thought processes and beliefs. And so this is good. There's news coming in all the time. Now, you choose which news you want to listen to. Okay, because you can switch the television off, switch the mainstream off, and you can actually hear some really positive news coming in. There is love coming in. There are high vibrations coming in. It's these high vibrations that are healing you. It's these high vibrations that are taking you from fear through anger into willingness, and it's those high vibrations that are going to take us all into a place of love, okay, and the new earth. So this is new beliefs, new ways of thinking. Okay, and it's the good news coming in. You are supported, you are loved. There is a way to create this wonderful world that we've been dreaming of. Okay, you might not think so if you turn the television on. Turn it off, follow certain people, that understand what's going on with the energies, and you will find that this good news is your new way of thinking. It's wonderful, it's wonderful. There's your Queen of Pentacles. And I want to say this about the money, because a lot of people, when they're finding the new way of expressing themselves and their new form of creativity, is taking them away from the day job, and then people start worrying about money. So money is a third dimensional energy. Okay, so let's talk abundance. Let's talk abundance. Let's talk prosperity, because it's actually that's more of a fifth dimensional way to look at it. So it's not all about the physical concept of money, the 3D physical money. It's about feeling abundant. That feeling of abundance, if you have it within you, it will be reflected back to you. That overwhelming feeling of abundance. Okay, because it's not a point in the future. Oh, how am I going to make money at a time in the future? Because your future is not a point in time, in linear time. It's a level of consciousness, and there is abundance there. So it's already there. It's already existing. You've got to. That's why people say you've got to tap into it. You're not creating your abundance through hard work and labor. Okay, I just wanted to get that out of the way, because the Queen of Pentacles, she's a real businesswoman. But she's very passionate, she's following her heart, and she's secure, she's enjoying her money, she's got a good business sense, she's surrounded by fruition, she's surrounded by abundance. So she's coming as a message, please don't worry about money. I know a lot of people have lost your jobs. And I don't want to upset anybody, I don't want to say anything out of turn, but look on the bright side. I know people who lost their jobs before all of this happened, and they've always turned around and said it was a blessing in disguise. It's a bit like, if you don't jump, the universe will make you. The universe will push you. Okay? So maybe that job wasn't for you in the first place. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe there is a more creative, a more heart-based activity that you can do to create your abundance and your prosperity. You know? There's always a silver lining. We know that. And we know that that life is happening for you. Okay? Not to you. So don't be a victim of having lost your job. Be the powerful creator of following your heart and finding how your creativity can create your abundance and prosperity. Look, you've got the King of Pentacles too. We've got the King and Queen of Pentacles. So really, this is definitely a week of not worrying about money. Think about your health, and abundance means everything. It's your health, it's your love, it's your joy. It's everything. And so we're going to focus on that, and the abundance will just be there because it is. That's how it works. Okay. So he's also a businessman. Okay. Sometimes the message with him can be that he's focusing too much on money. And probably you are, if you've lost your job, or, if you don't know where your next income's coming from, and things are all changing. We can all get a little bit scared of our security, our stability, and money in the third dimension does provide us with that stability and that security. So often when our root chakra is a bit wobbly and out of balance, we do start focusing on money, because we see money as being the provider of our stability and security in life. So it is a week of grounding. It is a week of stabilizing the root chakra. So it is all about walking barefoot on the grass and doing tree pose and visualizing your roots, and really feeling at one with Mother Earth at the moment, because Mother Earth is having a lovely time. Okay, blossoming again. She's having a rebirth, and so are we. So tune into Mother Earth with your feet bare on the ground and really feel that connection to Mother Earth. And that's going to give you a feeling of security and stability that you're looking for. Okay, so that's those ones. Okay, and we have the Devil card, and he's coming up a lot lately, only because we're swinging from one to the other. We've got this fifth dimensional energy coming in. We're tapping into who we really are, which is our fifth dimensional and above selves. But we're still caught in this third dimensional reality. We're still caught in this, what's going on, and so we keep slipping back into our limiting beliefs, and not knowing what to do. And we keep slipping back into that fear. You can hear something inspirational and realize, yes, I'm creative. I'm the powerful creator of my own reality, and feel all elated. And then literally something's coming up for healing. It lowers your vibration a little bit. You watch a bit of the wrong news, and you can be back down there. And then you have to bring yourself back up. So keeping your vibrations high is an ongoing process, obviously. And if you look at my previous video, which I did with Liz Nagel this week, about rising above drama and how to raise your vibrations and keep them up there. So that was, have a look for that on Facebook and on YouTube, because that might be able to help you. So this is basically just a sign that you keep, we keep slipping back into old ways of thinking, old ways of being, and we just have to catch ourselves. We just need to catch ourselves and no, okay, I'm going to think positively, I'm going to follow more inspirational guidance, and we can get ourselves out of it. But you have to keep going back so that you can appreciate and understand how far you've come. So it's not a bad thing to keep revisiting. Plus the fact we've got all these planets in retrograde, so there is a lot of revisiting stuff. Okay, it's like the stuff that needs to go is coming up to the surface, and we're just going to clear it away. But it takes time. And so every time we get pushed back a little bit, we learn and we feel more confident in our abilities to go forward with higher vibrations. So it's a good thing. It's like we're testing ourselves regularly. Because ideally we are the High Priestess. This is one of the most powerful major arcanic cards. It's the second one. Again, we've got this duality going on. Twos are always kind of like decisions and choices, and it's your choice. Do you want to follow mainstream ideas? Do you want to follow this fear and these limiting beliefs that you've already grown out of? Or, do you want to move forward? Because it does take a bit of effort. It does take investment in yourself. Investment of time and energy and possibly even money sometimes, But look, it's so worth it. She's reading the scriptures. She's got, the moon is symbolic of fears, subconscious fears, and it's tethered at her feet. Okay, so she's reading inspirational scriptures, and she's surrounded by abundance and fruition and harvest. And it's this duality, it's just weighing it all up. Not seeing negative as negative, not seeing positive as positive, just seeing the two polarities and accepting them as they are. In this experience called life, okay, and just rising above it all. She's really the High Priestess of rising above drama, if ever there was one. And she's also very symbolic of psychic skills. She's very symbolic of soul level creativity. And psychic awareness, spiritual growth, the whole lot. I mean, really, this is a time for awakening, and you're feeling it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this. So she's a sign that, yay, you might slip back every now and again, but look where you're going. Look where you're going. And it came up this week for me that the arrow has to be pulled back a little bit before it can be shot off into the future. With direction and strength and power. Okay, so think of yourself as an arrow, sometimes just getting pulled back a little bit before you can get way off and launched into the new, even more creative, even more abundant, even more powerful, even more loving person. Oh wow, soul that you are. That's a lovely card. And we also have the Seven of Cups. Okay, and what I love about the Seven of Cups is when you go on this path and you realize, okay, what am I going to do? Things are changing. What am I going to do? There are so many options. My advice to you is always go with whichever one makes your heart sing the most, okay? Go with whichever one makes you the most excited. But you don't have to choose. Gone are the days when you have to work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. This is about lots of different channels. And people like lots of different channels going on. You don't just do one thing. We do lots of things. We do whatever inspires us, whatever inspires you. That's what it's about. But you've got all these choices. You've got all these choices. And look at them. The cups I always think symbolize emotional fulfillment. And these are all full. And they're all full of lots of lovely different things. So you've got lots of choices ahead of you now. What to think, how to be, what to do, what activities, what creativity. Look at some of the creativity you did when you were younger. Because the planets are all in retrograde, not all of them, but you know what I mean. And we're redoing stuff. And there's going to be a lot of creative channels that perhaps you started, or even stuff that you did as a child. Go back to that. Because if you were doing anything creative as a child, that was from your soul. You know that, right? So this is a case of revisiting all forms of creativity, all forms of inspiration, all activities that you've enjoyed, that you're good at, that you've enjoyed, that bring you peace and harmony. Brilliant, emotional fulfillment. Lots of choices. Go with your heart. Let your heart decide that for you. And the last one, the Hanged Man, major arcanic. So it's super powerful, very spiritually guided. But the message with this card is hang in there, hang in there. It is one of patience. It's one of patience. And it says there is one of no action. And that doesn't mean like do nothing, because that wouldn't be a wise choice. But it's what it's saying is these choices, don't do them for the outcome. Do them for enjoying the process. Just enjoy the process. Do them for the whole purpose of being who you are, expressing who you are. Do them for the point of self-expression, not for the point of anything else, anyone else, or making money or anything else. It's not about other people. It's about you, and it's about you getting that creativity and that self-expression out of you. That's what it's about. So he's not focusing on the future at the moment. Okay, he's just hanging in there, spiritually guided. Okay, and enjoying the moment, the time out. Okay,